In this video, I'm going to tell you about 10 very helpful, very effective tips that are going to seriously improve your cold approaches. Now, what do I mean when I say cold approach? Cold approach is a term that is used in the pickup artist community, and it basically means that you approach a complete stranger on the street to ask them a question, start a conversation, that sort of thing. But in this video, I'm not just going to be talking about cold approaches for picking up women, but cold approaches for any sort of purpose or reason that you would have to approach a stranger. Alright, so tip number one is before you even do the approach, right after you spot your target, is to completely relax every muscle in your body. When you're nervous and you're about to do something that makes most people nervous, which is approaching a complete stranger, all the muscles in your body are going to get very tense. So your trap muscles, your neck muscles, your shoulders are going to rise. All of that is going to make you appear very nervous, and it's going to make the person that you're approaching also feel nervous. So tip number one is to relax every muscle in your body before you start the approach. Tip number two is your breathing. So before you start the approach, after you get all your muscles relaxed, is you want to start breathing in the correct manner to do something like a cold approach on a stranger. So the best way to breathe when you're doing that is to breathe deep into your diaphragm, so deep into your belly, okay, not into your throat or into your chest. Breathing into your diaphragm is going to make you feel as calm as you can possibly feel. The best way to breathe is 4 seconds in your diaphragm and then exhale for 4 seconds. So 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. You don't want to be exhaling through your mouth because you're going to be speaking, So it's best to inhale through your nose and out your nose. So that's tip number two, is get your breathing right. Alright, tip number three, after we've gotten our muscles relaxed and we've gotten our breathing right, is to walk nice and slow towards the person that you're cold approaching. People who are nervous or people who are stressed out are typically going to be walking very fast. But if you walk slow, it's going to make you appear less nervous, it's going to make you appear more relaxed, calm, and confident, and it's going to make you feel more calm and confident. So that's tip number three, walk nice and slow. Tip number four is to have good posture. So you want your shoulders back, not too far back like you have a steel rod going up and down your spine, but just shoulders back, and you want shoulders down. So like I was talking about earlier, if you relax every muscle in your body and you look calm and relaxed, your shoulders are going to be down. They're not going to be up. So that's tip number four, is good posture and shoulders down. Tip number five is to talk with your hands. Talking with your hands makes you look more mesmerizing in a way, and it's going to make the person that you're talking to want to pay more attention to you. But talking with your hands also makes it easier to talk, and it's going to make you sound more confident. When someone's nervous, they typically are not talking with their hands. They're going to have their hands in their pockets. They're going to have their hands close into their body like they're getting ready for someone to attack them. They're in that fight or flight mode. But if you talk with your hands, the person that you're talking to is going to get vibes that you're a confident, calm person who is approaching them. Alright, tip number six is to over-enunciate your words and to speak loud. So believe it or not, if you over-enunciate your words, it is going to make you sound louder. So this is a cool little cheat code, a cool little hack to make you sound much louder, because of course if you're talking louder, it is going to make you sound more confident, it's going to be more attractive to the person that you are cold approaching. So over-enunciate those words, speak nice and loud. Tip number seven plays off of the last one, and that is to speak from your diaphragm. So I said in the earlier tips that you want to breathe in your diaphragm. That's going to be very helpful for calming you down. But when you speak from deep in your diaphragm, it's also going to make you sound calm. If you speak from up here in your throat or you speak from the chest, you're going to be giving off some nervousness. You're going to feel more nervous. But when you're breathing and speaking from deep in your diaphragm, you're going to feel much more grounded. You're going to sound more confident, and you're going to sound calmer. Speaking from the diaphragm also uses more air in your lungs, so you're going to sound louder, okay? Your voice is going to carry more, and you're not going to sound meek and sheepish, okay? You're going to be projecting the voice, which is exactly what you want to be doing. Alright, tip number 8 for your cold approach is when you're having your conversation with this complete stranger, like any conversation, it's going to be half you speaking or half them speaking. Or the best conversation is when you're mostly listening. So make sure that you are smiling a lot and that you're nodding slowly when they're talking and they're telling you some kind of information. When you smile and nod slow, it shows that you're really listening, and it also shows that you're calm. So it's going to show the stranger that they're being acknowledged and that you're being very calm about it, and it's going to in turn make them feel very calm. So smile and nod slowly. Tip number 9 is to have your chin up. So if your chin is down when you are talking to a complete stranger during your cold approach, it's going to show that you're nervous, okay? It's going to show that you're not very confident. Nervous people or scared people typically have their head down to protect all these blood vessels and arteries in their neck, okay? It's a typical fight or flight. It's a subconscious thing that people do. Get that chin up, and it shows that you're relaxed, that you're confident, that you're not being submissive, but you're offering something to the person that you're talking to, okay? And that's going to give off much better energy, much better vibes than if you have your chin down. So keep that chin up. Alright, and tip number 10, my last tip, is probably the most important one. And it's going to sound a bit weird, but it is to tell the person that you are nervous if you're feeling nervous. So basically the reason for this is that if you can get this out there, and see how the person reacts to it, it's going to no longer make it a problem. So the problem of being nervous, or the feeling of being nervous, is only a problem because you're afraid that the person you're talking to is going to have a problem with it. But when you put it out there and you see that their reaction is no big deal, you see, okay, it's fine that you're nervous, I don't mind that you're nervous because you're smiling and, I enjoy talking to you. Then you can start training your brain to see that it's not a problem, that it's not a threat. And if being nervous is no longer a problem and no longer a threat or something that you have to be afraid of, then you can do any cold approach without having to worry about anything. So very, very powerful and very, very good stuff. Also remember that insecure people are going to try and hide their flaws, okay? So they're not going to tell someone they're nervous because they think it's going to make them appear weak, or it's going to make them not good enough in some way. But someone who is secure and who is very confident and has emotional strength can put anything out there like that. They can say, I'm nervous, they can say, I have this problem, I have that problem, and it's very attractive, when someone is so transparent and honest like that, okay? It conveys strength. So that is 10 tips to help you improve your cold approaches. I've been having a lot of fun this year doing cold approaches and working on this area of self-improvement, because this YouTube channel that I have is kind of about self-improvement, but it's always kind of been focused around health and wellness and things like that. But yeah, I've read lots of good books on cold approaches and pick-up artistry and stuff like that, and it doesn't just have to be used for picking up women. I mean, this is such an invaluable life skill to be able to talk to a complete stranger for business networking. I mean, whatever it is. I mean, this really opens up the world to you. But anyway, yeah, try these 10 tips. See if it improves your cold approaches, and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.